Hey friends, Diana here from Garden Love. So I want to just show you guys how my edible hillside is coming along. There's definitely going to be some things that I'm going to have to do as far as protecting all of this from gophers, 1, 2 from the bunnies. I caught a bunny up here, and also some squirrels. So I might have to put like a little DIY fence going around this property, around the garden. And let me show you guys something really quick. So I came home and I saw this puddle of water, which was very puzzling. I'm like, where is this water coming from? I wasn't sure where it was coming from, so I started doing some investigation. You can see that there was erosion going down that way, like the water was just trying to find a way down. And I'm like, I know I hand water a few days ago, but this wouldn't have happened. I mean, the water's not going to drain that much. So I started just walking up this hill, and as you guys can see, there was some serious water coming down this hill because it created this crevice coming up the hill. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm trying to figure out where the source is. Get home and I see, okay, well, there was a huge crevice there. That means the water was poking, probably flushing that way and then coming down that way, coming down all the way down, as you guys can see. Then I realized what happened here. It had a plug here, and apparently it even worse. I thought it was something different. So, oh my god, so now I have to get some PVC glue to glue it. Just basically put some on here and put some on here, and now I understand what happened. It's coming from this part, so I'm going to grab some of that. So some of the struggles here at the homestead, I saw that there was some bunnies in here, so I ran over here to make it go away. And I noticed that my Mexican sunflowers were basically chewed down all the way down, and that made me very upset and sad, because that means that I won't be seeing any sunflowers anytime soon. Hopefully they didn't damage the upcoming flowers, and they just got the side flowers, and hopefully we can see some of those here. But let me give you guys a quick update. We have some of my tomatoes growing up here. These are going to be, my tomatoes are going to go wild. I'm going to be creating a little trellis to help them stay straight. They're going all the way over there. And then I have my giant sunflowers, which are growing really slow. I wasn't sure why they were growing this slow, and then I'm like, well, I better do what I preach, which is add mulch. So I went to buy some of this stuff here is hay or straw, and I went ahead and mulched the area. I'm hoping that helps the plants start growing a little bit faster. Let me go to the next layer over here. So I did leave some dirt locker steps so I can walk around and I can access some of this. This is my basil. It seems to be doing okay. It was a lot smaller. Now it's growing. I'm gonna cut some of these flowers so that way I can go ahead and continue to for this to get bushier. So I'm gonna be doing that here pretty soon. These are my determined tomatoes. The ones up there were undetermined, so they're gonna get pretty big here. This is one of the pumpkins that I decided to put in here since it grew well from seed. You guys know, if you guys have been following me for a minute, Lily loves pumpkins, and she asked me for several years to grow pumpkin for her. And unfortunately, since I didn't have the space, nor did I have the sun for the plant to get access to the sun, I guess. I was never successful to grow pumpkins. So I'm hoping that this grows, and I'm just gonna let it trellis down this because I have plenty of space here. But as you guys can see, my basils are doing great. My tomatoes are doing perfectly fine. There's a lot of flowers on here. There's even some baby tomatoes here, and I have some lavender growing here, and all of these are tomatoes and basils. As you guys can see, look at this. The bunnies got to it again. Man, I'm really gonna have to work towards a fan. I don't care how cheap it looks and how bad it looks. I'm just gonna have to do it for this growing season. Maybe put some chicken wire with some stakes going all above, all around, and hopefully that protects them, guys. Look at this. This was a gift from my friend. She gave me this. She said it's a very nice little squash. You're gonna love it. And so far it's growing fantastic. I did have a fruit right there, and I think the bunnies got to it. Man, they are really doing a number here. I mean, I knew they were going to be troublemakers, but I was hoping it wasn't that bad. I had a beautiful plant right here, like that one over there. And guess what? Sorry for my language, freaking mold, or what do you call them? Man, I can't think of the name right now. Yeah, mold came in here and chewed it up and basically ate the whole plant. Gophers, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. So, my chickens, I am actually going to start banning them from roaming until I get my chicken wire around this whole perimeter. And because they are coming here to scratch. I mean, you guys who have been growing fruit for a long time, you guys know what it's like and the struggles. This is new to me. This is the first year that I'm growing all of this vegetables on a hillside in an open space, that, you know, the struggle is real. So I'm definitely gonna have to work towards it. And look at this. This was having such a hard time growing. This is a mini squash that looks like a little potato. I think it's a summer squash. And it's just growing so slow. I'm just surprised how slow it's growing. So this is a cucumber. This is also growing super slow. Like, everything just seems to be growing so slow. Maybe it's because it's just me because I'm being impatient, or I don't know, but I'm feeling like everything's growing so slow. This is another summer squash. I just stuck them everywhere so that way I have plenty of food to share with my family and friends and my neighbors. So that would be amazing. I would love to show up at someone's house with a basket of zucchinis, cucumbers, sunflower flowers. It just seems so welcoming and friendly to me. So I'm hoping that all of this starts to take off here pretty soon. I did add some fertilizer. That way they can start growing. We have some basil. So everything's just growing slow, guys. Look at that. My basil is so tiny. My onions were one of the first things that I started growing, and I do have to say that those are taking off. Look at how big they are. Look at this. Ooh, one's about to get a flower, so I'm super excited about that. It is coming along, guys. There's some more onions here. I put mulch because, like I mentioned, it was just such a slow process that I was getting concerned. So I think the mulch has definitely helped that I put it on maybe the last week. And so far it's looking great. I have some rosemary and I have some more flowers. Some of the rosemaries didn't make it, and I don't think it was necessarily how I planted it. I think it's just the plant was just not well hydrated before I put it in, and once it got in, and between that and the beaming sun that we have here, it just was not doing good. So these, I'm not sure what the names are, but these look very pretty. This is the plant I had on the other side that I mentioned that the gopher completely swallowed, and so far they haven't gone to this side. Here comes Sugar, my nosy hen who just loves to be around me and loves to pick up my garden. So this is actually a jujube little sprout that came out of my, what do you call it, my jujube tree. And I pulled it. I'm gonna get some shade cloth because I planted it and it's not really feeling well, I can tell. So, you know, process of elimination, guys, you guys know I talk about that all the time. Definitely need some shade so it can get established because the heat is really coming down on us here the last few days. So I'm gonna put some shade cloth on that. This is another either squash or potato. Let me see, I put a little thing here. Oh, a pumpkin. Not potato, I meant to say squash or yeah, pumpkin. So here we are. Some more tomatoes, sunflowers up there. Let's see, here we have some basil. And basically everything I did on this side, I did on the other side, and I just mimicked both sides. I put the same exact thing on the other side. That way I can keep track of what's what. Look at those tomatoes. I'm excited, friends. Very excited to be making my own salads and not have to. There she goes. Look at her. I have to shoot her away. all the time. Really, Sugar? I don't think so, girl. Get off. Go. Go. And she knows. She knows she's not supposed to be here. Go. It's when they see me up here, they try. Go, girl. They try to go on here. They're actually pretty good when I'm not around. At least I think so. So, some trash just keeps flying around. Let me get this over here. So this is a hole I am digging up for my loquat because it is going in the ground. I'm going to dig up a little bit more so it could be deeper, but this is where the loquat's going, friends. Super excited to have it here. It's going to be going right there next to my hillside garden. And then I'm going to put another loquat that I have on the other side. I'm trying to do everything like what I have here over there and just kind of do it like a mirror. So that video is going to be coming up soon, guys. I'm so excited. That's one of the trees that I am just like so eager to plant because I'm hoping by next year around this time I'm going to be harvesting tons of loquats. I absolutely love them. So here we are, guys. Just a quick update on what I have going on in the garden. I haven't been making as many videos as I hope to be doing just because I've been trying to focus on doing the work and not recording as much just because I want the job to get done and I want to this garden to be set up for success. That way I can be showing you the harvest here pretty soon. This is one of my favorite tomatoes. This is a tomato Cherokee purple. Oh my goodness, I love the tomato. So I also took some cuttings. I don't know if you guys remember, years ago I actually planted some nopales, some cactus in a pot, and I've had it ever since. So I took some nopales off of it, put it in the ground, and hopefully they give me some more nopales so I can harvest some nopales to eat. Look at that. Wow, guys, I'm out of breath. I've been talking so much, but I just have so much to share with you guys, and just I want to tell you guys what I have going on, and I want to show you guys instead of just talking about it. So that's it, guys. Just a quick update. I try to come out here every day to see what's going on in the garden, what's being affected, what I need to take care of. That's what you got to do every day. And when I came home from work today, that's exactly what I did. I noticed that the water was down there, so it was very important. Oh, also my Mexican key lime is in the ground, one of them. I'm gonna put the other one exactly in the same spot on the other side, and I'm going to have to order another dirt locker. That way I can make a complete ring so it can help retain the water inside of this ring. As you guys can see, I also put the basket that I made so it's inside the basket, so that way the gophers don't get to it, because you guys know how much I care about my trees, how long I've had them, and how hard, actually not hard, but how much care, time, and effort I put into growing them successfully, making them succeed and growing fruit for me. So I'm definitely going to have to make sure that I do a ring to help keep the retain the moisture, and so it can get deep watering. When I water it, there's a drip system set up for it, so it's going to be just fine. And just happy to bring this update to you guys. Let me know what you guys have going on in your garden, what you guys are growing, what's succeeding right now, because maybe you guys know most of my experience has been with my fruit trees and growing in containers, and this is all new to me. So I want to know if being unrealistic to expect to have vegetables and fruit growing here in the garden already, or is this is like the right time, like things should be looking the way that I showed you how they look, or should they be ahead of the game? I'm not sure, guys. Leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Where is your garden at as far as the growing process, and how much are you guys getting out of it right now? Any tips, please let me know what you guys recommend about keeping the bunnies off the hillside garden. And obviously the the gophers, I'm just going to have to figure something out. You guys gave me a lot of great tips last time, so I'm gonna have to just work on that. But I do have to say, this all takes so much work. It's just been a journey getting to this point, and I'm hoping that I can actually get some more fruit trees in the ground. That's been the biggest thing that's been on my heart. I'm like, I want to get some of these fruit trees in the ground. I want them to start setting roots. I want them to start getting established and getting some fruit here coming up soon. Just like so much. There's a line of fruit trees right there in containers that I am going to be putting in the ground. And my nursery, which is, let's see, back there somewhere behind that container, I call it my nursery because that's where all my little containers that need to be up potted or in the ground and need to be watered regularly are over there. So that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. Well guys, I feel like I've been talking a lot. Just wanted to give you guys an update on the garden. Like always guys, I hope you guys are planting something, creating something beautiful and useful, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.